Hello, this is Jason Chamberlain. I'm the engineer at Specialized that works primarily on the demo platform. And I've been working a lot with the team Specialized Monster and the race program. And one of the ideas I had a few years ago was how to lower the center of gravity of the rider. And one request we get from the boys is to lower the bottom bracket. And you can only go so low before it starts making other things more challenging. So what I want to do is try to make the thinnest pedal possible. The thinner your pedal is, the lower the rider's weight is, and also on the bottom, the more ground clearance you have. So if you can make a pedal as thin as possible, it's all benefits. What I did is I came up with a way to insert the bearings from the top instead of from the side that allows us to have an assembly that still uses needle bearings for a high load carrying capacity, but is only 10 millimeters thick at the spindle. And it's a full strength downhill rated spindle. It's as strong as anything out there, and it's only 10 millimeters thick. The only true measure of the thickness of a pedal is at the spindle. And this is a 10 millimeters thick, which makes it just about the thinnest pedal I've seen. In addition to the two needle bearings here, there's a cartridge bearing on the inboard side next to the crank arm. So what I've done is I've greatly exaggerated the shape of this bearing housing. So you're not going to stand on the spindle and you're not able to stand against a crank arm. This bump pushes you into the place where your foot naturally wants to be for best performance on the pedal. So it's sort of a crank guard. It keeps you off the spindle and off the crank arm. I've been doing a lot of experimenting with the pin design. One of the features that all the pins have is an undercut or a taper. That taper allows the top of the pin to engage the shoe better. If you can imagine a straight pin, your shoe wants to slide over it, the pin can flex and you can slide over the top. If the pin is cut this way, it digs into the sole of your shoe better. So you're able to get really high amount of traction at a lower pin height. Right now we're experimenting with 4, 5, 6, and even some 8 millimeter pins with the Monster team to find really the best balance between the height of the pin and the shape of the pin. We've also got a square pin that we've been working on that gives you more surface area and 4 sharp corners around the top of the pin. That gives you an additional bit of traction. One other feature I put on here was some spare pin storage. So if you're out shuttling all day and you break a pin and need a spare, you've got it with you. This project is still in the prototype phase. We're testing it this season with the Monster team. The price we don't know, the final weight we don't know. All we know is that it's going to be really thin and probably the best dedicated DH pedal out there.